They looked like the perfect couple. A global pop star and a Hollywood heartthrob raising a daughter, smiling on red carpets and laughing through interviews. But now it's over. And while the internet expected drama, scandal, and messy headlines, Orlando Bloom just shattered all of that with 5 calm words. It's nothing but love. But that's not the whole story. Because behind those peaceful statements, fans are starting to ask, what really happened between Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom? And why does this breakup feel more mysterious the more we look at it? Let's break it down. For years, Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom seemed like they'd finally cracked the celebrity couple code. They met at a Golden Globes after-party in 2016, playful banter over a burger of all things. And fans instantly sensed something different. They weren't a press-staged romance. They weren't flaunting it for the cameras. They actually took their time. By 2019, they were engaged. Orlando popping the question on Valentine's Day with a surreal, flower-shaped diamond ring that looked like something out of a fairy tale. Katy, who had already weathered a public divorce and heartbreak, called it the most meaningful relationship of my life. Then came Daisy Dove, born in August 2020 during the peak of pandemic lockdowns. Their daughter was the symbol of their bond. 2 massive stars slowing down, nesting, prioritizing something real over red carpets. The world saw it as a reset for Katy, a softer era, a domestic bliss phase. Meanwhile, Orlando often spoke about being grounded by fatherhood and grateful for the stability Katy brought him. They weren't perfect, but they seemed solid, which is why the announcement in July 2025 hit so hard. No warning, no scandal, just a single line buried in a rep's statement. Orlando and Katy have been shifting their relationship over the past many months to focus on co-parenting. That was it. No timeline, no why. Just an eerie finality. It felt like someone slammed the door without ever making a sound. And fans were left scrambling to figure out what went wrong. Because fairy tales don't usually end in press releases. That all changed on September 5th, when Orlando Bloom sat down with Craig Melvin on the Today Show. The energy was light. The interview focused mostly on Orlando's latest film project. But then, just before wrapping up, Craig dropped the question everyone had been waiting for. There have been some personal changes in your life since you were here last. The much-publicized breakup. How are you doing? The room paused. Orlando didn't flinch. He smiled, like a man who had already made peace with the past, and answered without hesitation. I'm great, man. I'm so grateful. We have the most beautiful daughter. It's nothing but love. We're great. We're going to be great. That was it? No tears. No, we're working through it. No regret, just calm, and that's what made it so unnerving. Because when a 6-year relationship, one filled with public milestones, a shared child, a postponed wedding, and constant media attention, ends with that much serenity, something doesn't add up. Was Orlando putting on a brave face for the cameras? Or did he genuinely feel relieved? Some fans believe his choice of words, "we're going to be great," suggests they'd been drifting apart for a while. That this wasn't a sudden rupture, but a slow, silent unraveling. Others think he's dodging the real story. That maybe there's more heartbreak than he's letting on. His eyes may have been smiling, but his voice carried a strange kind of finality, a kind of emotional door that had already closed behind him. Whatever the truth is, Orlando's calm tone left viewers with more questions than answers. Because peace isn't always what it seems. That something else might just be Daisy Dove. From the moment she was born in August 2020, Daisy became the heart of their world. And now, she's the quiet thread keeping her parents connected. Orlando made it crystal clear. While the romance has ended, the family hasn't. He told Today viewers that everything he does is grounded in gratitude for his daughter, for the life they built, and yes, even for Katy. And it's not just words. Back in July, a joint rep released a statement that felt carefully crafted, almost clinical. Orlando and Katy have been shifting their relationship over the past many months to focus on co-parenting. They will continue to be seen together as a family, as their shared priority is, and always will be raising their daughter with love, stability, and mutual respect. Translation: the romance is over. But the parenting continues, and fans have seen it play out in real time. Photos show Katy and Orlando taking Daisy to the park, attending school functions, even going on casual outings. Together, but distant. There's no hand-holding, no stolen glances. Just 2 people orbiting the same little star. Some fans admire it. They see maturity, commitment, and emotional intelligence. But others can't help but notice how cold it all looks. The smiles don't quite reach their eyes. The body language feels stiff. It's not bitter, but it's not warm either. And when you compare it to how Orlando co-parents his son Flynn with Miranda Kerr, where the tone is openly friendly, even playful, it's hard not to wonder if this time something deeper was lost, because love doesn't always disappear with the breakup. Sometimes it just hardens. While Orlando has stepped into the spotlight with poise and reflection, Katy Perry has done the opposite, retreating into a carefully curated silence. No interviews, no tearful ballads, no cryptic captions, not a single word directly addressing the breakup. And for a woman known for turning her heartbreak into chart-topping hits, that silence feels intentional. Instead, Katy has poured herself into work. Her Vegas residency play has officially wrapped, leaving fans with iconic visuals, powerful vocals, and a sense that she was holding something in. Behind the sequins and stage lights, there were moments, slight hesitations, lingering glances toward the crowd. Fans began to wonder, was she performing through pain? Reports suggest she's now channeling everything into her upcoming album, an unnamed project said to be her most personal and unfiltered work yet. And beyond music, she's been spotted at high-profile events, launching beauty campaigns and promoting fashion collabs. To the public, she looks strong, polished, unbothered, but some fans aren't convinced. She's too quiet. One Reddit thread said, "It's not like her to stay silent unless she's hurting." Others believe she's protecting Daisy from the chaos that usually follows a celebrity split. But even silence says something, and in Katy's case, it might be saying more than any interview ever could, because if there's really nothing but love, why hasn't she said a single word? Is she waiting for the right moment to speak? Or is her silence the loudest message of all? Whatever the reason, it's clear. Katy's playing the long game. And when she does speak, it might just change the entire narrative. Neither Katy nor Orlando have confirmed what led to the breakup, but that hasn't stopped the internet from playing detective. And what people are piecing together paints a picture that's less explosive and more quietly tragic. At the top of the list, career conflict. For the past 2 years, Katy was locked into her Las Vegas residency. Highly profitable, but demanding. The same set, the same stage, the same city. Meanwhile, Orlando was doing the exact opposite, filming in Morocco, Australia, Europe. New cities, new sets, constantly on the move. Some insiders claim they lived more apart than together for months at a time, that they became quite literally ships passing in the night. Then there's the matter of lifestyle. Katy's world is hyper-curated. Every public appearance, every brand deal, every song rollout is meticulously timed. Orlando? He's known for being more spontaneous. He meditates, surfs, goes on long spiritual retreats in between projects. It's been said, gently, that their worlds just didn't merge well anymore. And then there are the therapy rumors. Multiple anonymous sources told entertainment outlets that the couple tried to reconnect last year through counseling. Some even claimed they'd already been functionally separated for months before the public ever found out. There's also speculation that their roles as parents shifted the romance, that they became more like teammates than lovers. No explosive fights, no betrayal, just the slow erosion of intimacy, which, in some ways, is even more heartbreaking than a scandal, because it wasn't one big moment that ended them. It was every little one they didn't share. Here's the wildest part of this whole situation. The public wants drama, and they're not getting any. No cheating scandals, no shade-filled songs, no cryptic quotes, just kindness. And for some fans, that's suspicious. On Twitter, people have been saying things like, "It's too mature to be real. There's no way you split from Katy Perry and sound that. Chill, I smell PR damage. Control." But others are calling it a masterclass in grown-up breakups. A breakup that's less about pain and more about parenting. Still, many wonder, was it really this peaceful behind closed doors? Here's what's really throwing fans off. Even though the breakup has been confirmed, Orlando and Katy are still showing up together. Not as a couple, not as friends with benefits, but as something else. They've been photographed at birthday parties, seen grabbing brunch with mutual friends, even casually dropping Daisy off at school. Smiling, coordinated, almost like nothing ever changed. There's no PDA, no tension, but also no distance, and it's left fans wondering, what are we looking at here? Insiders say they've agreed to stay close for the sake of their daughter's emotional stability, that this blended but broken arrangement is the healthiest. way to move forward, but others aren't buying it. Some believe this is a PR-managed separation, a way to quietly recalibrate behind the scenes before possibly reconciling. After all, Katy and Orlando have been here before. They did break up once in 2017, only to reunite stronger a year later. A source even told Grazia they still have deep love for one another. It's not impossible they'll find their way back once the dust settles. And when you look closely at their body language in public, that possibility doesn't seem far-fetched. There's still familiarity, still a rhythm in how they move around each other. It doesn't feel like two people letting go. It feels like two people trying to figure out how to let go, and maybe not fully wanting to. So now, the internet's asking, is this a breakup? Or just a pause? Because if you took away the press release and just looked at how they act, you might not even realize they'd broken up at all. So what do we really make of this? Two megastars quietly ending a relationship. No cheating allegations, no social media battles, no bitter custody fights. Just a decision, a shift, a surrender. Orlando Bloom chose peace. Katy Perry chose silence. And somewhere in the middle of that quiet split stands their daughter, Daisy Dove, holding pieces of a love story that never made it to the altar, but still shaped her world. There's something strangely beautiful about the way this ended. It wasn't perfect, but it wasn't performative either. They didn't monetize their grief. They didn't sell a conscious uncoupling interview to a magazine. They just stepped back, realigned, and put their child first. And maybe that's the real love story here. Not the proposal, not the Instagram milestones, not even the birth of Daisy, but the way two people chose grace over chaos, even when it would have been easier to let it all burn. Still, there's something haunting in the way it ended. No answers, no real closure, just a quiet, mature finish that almost feels incomplete. Is it over? Or is it just resting? Are they done being in love? Or just taking a long breath before coming back to each other? We may never know, but one thing is clear. In a world where celebrity breakups are often messy, petty, and performative, Orlando and Katy gave us something completely different. And maybe, just maybe, that's what real love looks like when it no longer needs to be romantic.